Amaka sat up, stunned. Mama, good morning. Don't good morning me. A married woman should wake before sunrise. From that day forward, Mama Bose began coming whenever she liked. Sometimes she would arrive with 2 Ghana Moscow bags, sometimes with 3, always unannounced, always staying just for 2 days. The 2 days always became 2 weeks. She rearranged the kitchen, criticized Amaka's cooking, called her barren, even though they had been married only 8 months. Women in my time would have given birth twice by now, she would tell neighbors in the compound. And Lagos, neighbors, talk. By the 3rd year of marriage, Amaka had lost weight, lost sleep, lost her laughter. But Tunde, he saw nothing. Or maybe he refused to. One rainy night in Lekki, during a blackout, Amaka overheard something that changed everything. Mama Bose was on the phone, whispering, "If she doesn't give me a grandson by December, I will bring another woman for my son myself." Amaka's heart stopped, and that night, she made a decision. 3 months later, Amaka packed quietly. No shouting, no drama, just a note on the dining table. "I cannot compete with your mother for the position of wife." When Tunde came home from work and found the house empty, Mama Bose was the one who spoke first. She was not strong enough for this family. And just like that, the first marriage ended. In Lagos, life moves fast. Heartbreak does not stop traffic on 3rd Mainland Bridge. And within a year, Tunde remarried. Her name was Kimi, and she was nothing like Amaka. The first wife cried, the second wife calculated, and when Mama Bose showed up unannounced again, she expected another victim. Instead, she walked into a storm she did not understand. After Amaka left, the house in Lekki felt larger, quieter. Mama Bose moved around it like she had won a silent war. She told relatives, "It was not a loss. My son deserves better." And Lagos agreed with her, because in Lagos, when a marriage fails, they rarely blame the mother. Then Tunde met Kimi, not at a church, not through family, but during a heated business seminar in Victoria Island. Kemi asked a question that silenced the entire hall. She was sharp, composed, and when she laughed, it wasn't soft, it was confident. She did not shrink to make men comfortable. Tunde was fascinated. Mama Bose was suspicious from the first photo she saw. "She looks stubborn," she muttered. And for once, she was right. The wedding was elegant, small, modern, no extended village committee. Mama Bose wore gold and smiled for pictures. But her eyes were measuring Kemi, studying, calculating weaknesses. She did not find any. That irritated her. It was a Wednesday, 7:12 a.m. Tunde had just left for work. Kemi was on a Zoom meeting when she heard the gate open. She muted her mic. Footsteps, firm, unapologetic. Then, the sound of a suitcase rolling across tiles. Kemi walked out of the home office slowly, and there she was. Mama Bose, 2 Ghana Must-Go bags, 1 small cooler, and a handbag. "Kemi," she said flatly, "you are still in night clothes?" Kemi looked down at her silk robe, then back up. "Mama, good morning. I decided to stay for a few days." Kemi smiled gently. "Did Tunde know you were coming?" Mama Bose paused. "I don't need permission to visit my son." Kemi nodded slowly. "Of course, but this is our home. We usually plan visits." There it was, a boundary, soft but firm. Mama Bose blinked. Amaka had never spoken like that. By afternoon, Mama Bose had rearranged the kitchen again, moved the spice rack, shifted the pots, repositioned the microwave. Kemi walked in, looked around, then quietly moved everything back, exactly where it was before. No announcement, no argument, just correction. Mama Bose returned later and froze, her lips tightened. "Why did you move these things?" Kemi met her eyes. "Because this is how I prefer my kitchen arranged." Silence. The air thickened. In Lagos humidity, silence can suffocate. That evening, Mama Bose began her usual tactics. "You know, Amaka could not cook ogbono properly." Kemi stirred her soup calmly. "I can." And she was lazy in the mornings. "I wake at 5. And she did not respect elders. Kemi turned off the stove, looked directly at her. Mama, I respect elders deeply. She stepped closer. But I do not fear them. The words landed heavy. For the first time, Mama Bose felt something unfamiliar. Resistance. That night, Mama Bose called her sister. This new one. She answers back. Her sister laughed on the phone. So you have finally met your size? Mama Bose did not laugh, because something about Kimmy unsettled her. It was not rudeness. It was calm. And calm women are dangerous. 2 days passed, then 4, then 7. No mention of departure. Mama Bose began inviting relatives over, without asking. One Saturday afternoon, Kemi returned from grocery shopping to find 3 aunties seated in her living room, eating chin-chin, discussing her. She looks older than her age. Her hips are small. Does she even know how to keep a man? Kemi set the grocery bags down, walked in, smiled. Good afternoon, aunties. They murmured greetings. Kemi turned to Mama Bose. Mama, next time, please inform me before inviting guests. I would like to prepare properly. One aunt gasped. Mama Bose stiffened. In my son's house? Kemi's smile faded slightly. In my house, too. The temperature dropped that night. The power went out. Generator humming softly outside. Mama Bose entered the bedroom without knocking. She had done this before, but not with Kemi. Kemi was sitting upright on the bed, reading. Mama, she said calmly, please knock next time. I raised the man you are sleeping beside. And I married him, Kemi replied. They locked eyes, long, unblinking. Mama Bose leaned closer. You think you can control this house? Kemi closed her book gently. No, she stood. I think we can respect each other in this house. Mama Bose scoffed. You are challenging me. Kemi stepped forward slightly. I'm correcting you. Silence. Generator humming. Distant sound of Lagos traffic. A dog barking somewhere in the estate. Mama Bose realized something chilling. This one would not cry. This one would not pack quietly. This one would fight, but not with shouting, with strategy. The next evening, Thunder returned early from work. He sensed tension immediately. The air was different. Kemi was calm. Too calm. Mama Bose was quiet. Too quiet. At dinner, Mama Bose began. Your wife does not respect me. Thunder froze. Kemi sipped water. I have done nothing disrespectful, she said evenly. She tells me to knock before entering. Thunder looked confused. Mama, that is normal. Mama Bose stared at him. The betrayal stung. The first crack had formed, and she knew, if she did not regain control soon, she would lose her son's house completely. That night, Mama Bose lay awake, staring at the ceiling, thinking, planning. If emotional intimidation did not work, she would try something else, something deeper, something that had worked for generations. The next morning, she made a phone call to someone back in Ibadan, and when she ended that call, she smiled, slowly, because this war was not over. It was only beginning. When manipulation fails, some people don't change, they escalate. And in Nigeria, when a mother says, let me call home, home is never just a place. It is history. It is power. It is something older than you. The morning after the confrontation, the house felt different. Not loud, not chaotic, just heavy. Mama Bose was unusually quiet at breakfast. No criticism, no comments about salt or pepper. She simply watched Kemi, studied her movements, measured her breathing, and when Tunde left for work, she smiled. Kemi, she said softly, let us sit. The softness was unnatural. Kemi noticed, but she sat anyway. You're educated, Mama Bose began. You have confidence. Kemi nodded politely. But marriage is not about confidence. She leaned forward. It is about knowing your place. There it was again. Place, position, hierarchy. Kemi responded calmly. I know my place, Mama. And where is that? Beside my husband, not beneath anyone. The silence that followed was sharp enough to cut glass. Mama Bose stood slowly. You will learn. 2 days later, a delivery arrived. Not from Jumia, not from a supermarket, but from Ibadan. Wrapped in old Ankara fabric, tied with red thread. The security guard called upstairs. "Madam, parcel for your mother." Kemi collected it. It felt odd, not heavy, but dense, like it carried more than weight. Mama Bose's eyes lit up when she saw it. "Ah, it has arrived." She took it quickly, disappeared into the guest room, and locked the door. That night, the generator refused to start. 3 times. The electrician had serviced it last week. It made no sense. The air conditioner in the master bedroom began leaking water. The kitchen tap sputtered randomly. Small things, inconvenient things. Tunde brushed it off. These houses in Lekki are rushed construction. But Kemi noticed something else. Mama Bose had placed something small near the entrance of the house. A tiny calabash bowl, decorated with white chalk markings. Decoration? Tunde guessed. Mama Bose smiled thinly. For protection. Protection from what? No one asked. Over the next week, Mama Bose's confidence returned. She began speaking as if victory was near. "You should start trying seriously for a child. We don't want delay in this family." Kemi responded calmly each time. "We are fine." But inside, she felt watched. One evening, while sweeping near the entrance, she accidentally nudged the small calabash. It tilted. Something inside spilled. Powder, white, mixed with something darker. Kemi froze. Mama Bose appeared immediately from behind her. "Be careful," she snapped, then softened. "That is spiritual covering." Kemi bent slowly, examined it. "From church?" Mama Bose's eyes flickered. "From home." That night, Kemi could not sleep. Around 2:17 a.m., she heard whispering, low, rhythmic, coming from the guest room. She sat up, listened carefully. It was Mama Bose, praying, but not the kind of prayer Kemi was used to. It was older. The words were not entirely Yoruba, not entirely anything she recognized. There were names, invocations, promises, and then her own name, Kemi, spoken slowly, repeated 3 times. Her blood ran cold. The next morning, Kemi entered the guest room without knocking. Mama Bose was arranging the Ankara cloth. Inside it, charcoal pieces, white chalk, palm oil in a small container, and a photograph of Tunde, alone. Kemi stood very still. "What is this?" Mama Bose did not panic. She folded the cloth carefully. "Insurance." "Against what?" "Against stubborn wives." The words were delivered calmly, like stating the weather. Kemi felt something shift inside her. Not fear, clarity. That evening, when Tunde returned home, Kemi did something unexpected. She did not complain. She did not accuse. She set the dining table beautifully, served his favorite meal, waited until he was relaxed. Then she spoke softly. "Your mother brought something from Ibadan." Tunde sighed. "Kemi, please." "I am not accusing," she interrupted gently. "I am informing." She described the calabash, the powders, the midnight chants. She said it without drama, without exaggeration, just facts. Tunde rubbed his forehead. "My mother is traditional. It doesn't mean anything." Kemi leaned forward. "It means something to her." Silence. "And if it means something to her," she continued, "it can affect us." For the first time, Tunde looked uncertain, not dismissive, uncertain. From the hallway, Mama Bose stood frozen, listening. Her grip tightened on the wall. The second wife was not only resisting, she was strategic. She was pulling the son gently, not with force, but with awareness. That was dangerous, very dangerous. That night, Tunde had a dream. He saw his childhood home in Ibadan, his late father standing at the doorway, silent, watching him, disappointed. When he woke up, his heart was racing. Mama Bose was already seated in the living room at 5 a.m., waiting. "Did you sleep well?" she asked knowingly. Tunde hesitated. "Yes," but his voice lacked conviction. Mama Bose smiled slightly. The seeds were working, or so she thought. Kemi called someone too. Not in Ibadan, not in a village, but in Surulere. Her aunt, a retired judge, a woman who understood power differently, not spiritually, legally, strategically. The next weekend, her aunt visited, unannounced, just like Mama Bose used to do. And when she entered that house, the energy shifted again. Because this aunt did not fear tradition, she understood systems, property laws, marital rights, inheritance structures. And during lunch, she casually asked Tunde, "The house is jointly owned, I assume?" Mama Bose nearly choked on her water. Tunde blinked. "Well, not yet." The aunt smiled. "It should be." And suddenly, the battlefield expanded. This was no longer just emotional, it was structural. That night, Mama Bose sat alone, the calabash in her hands. The powders no longer felt powerful, because this new wife was not fighting with tears, she was fighting with awareness. And Mama Bose realized something terrifying. If she pushed too hard, she might lose more than control. She might lose her son entirely. But pride is a dangerous thing, and pride does not retreat easily. The next morning, Mama Bose made another call, this one darker than the first, and in Ibadan, someone answered.